is the chapter review for 4, 5, and 6. Um, Chapter 4 speaks about the elements of language, sounds, words, grammar. Words have the ability to contain more than one meaning. Um, it talked about denotation, core meaning associated with word standard dictionary definition, connotation, meaning for word and suggested because of feelings and associated with invokes bias on the context of word usage. Um, this chapter 4 also talked about concrete words, which are words that have more to do with a solid meaning and a physical experience, and abstract words, which mostly have something to do with ideas, qualities, relationships, more so uh, things that can just be debated. Uh, Communicating meanings, how we communicate meanings, and how things are, how our conversations and how our words are taken. Um, Religion, it has what's affected by like religion, slang, genre, jargon, euphemisms, double speak, bypassing. Also, indiscrimination. It oftentimes leads to stereotypes and how it can also be sexist. Polarization, where the viewing of the extremes, where you can go from one extreme to the next. Um, how 40% of our communication is nonverbal, and 3 to 5 times more powerful nonverbal communication. Um, that's how more powerful than it is than actual verbally communicating something, an idea. Such as your actions speak louder than your words. Your facial expressions, that's a form of nonverbal communication. Body movements, physical characteristics, touch, space, time, artifacts, environment. These are the things that affect your nonverbal communication. Um, Eye behavior, facial expressions, masking, touching, sexual, silence, time, environment, and be observant when you're doing these things. That's all about that's what chapter 5 was about. Um, Eye behavior, facial expressions, intensifying, detensifying, neutralizing, masking. Is body movements, illustrations, regulators, effects and displays, adapters, touch, functional, social, friendship, love, sexual, um, time, future, present, past, silence, artifacts, how silence affects like a situation. Can silence honestly um, get your point across better than your own actions or your words or verbal communication? Chapter 6 was more about listening, enhancing your listening, finding ways on how to do it, what it increases. It increases, raises power status, uh, promotes better understanding skills, improving. It improves productivity. You could learn if you listen. You can learn more, and you know how to do stuff, and it just simply helps you clarify the fine details. Poor listening skills affect you personally, professionally, and financial. It causes financial problems as well. Um, Most communication, most of our communication is perceived during listening. Uh, it had a chart where it showed that we have visual, verbal, and a few others, but listening was the main focus of anything, of giving a proper response. And my whole idea about this whole thing, these three chapters, is that they can help you communicate as a whole effectively if you utilize all three of these skills. Using nonverbal communication, listening, and verbal communication, it really could. It really makes a difference on whether you get your point across or not, and that's my whole out outlook on chapters 4, 5, and 6.